Hello students, I'm back with another video. In the last video, I talked about how I plan to travel across India, the channel that I'm running on YouTube. Today I'll talk about how did I learn English? How did I become fluent at speaking English? So I'll start from what is EFL versus ESL. So India being an ESL territory, which means that India has English as second language. And for me also, English is my second language. My mother tongue is Hindi, and Hindi is widely spoken in India. And in fact, I think 80% of the people in India have their mother tongue as Hindi. If I talk about EFL are territories where English is a foreign language. Countries like Brazil uh, are EFL because, as I mentioned, that English is not a second language for them; it is a foreign language. Now I'll talk about how I learned English. So in India, English is taught in schools. So in the very starting of a school life, we have all our subjects that are taught in English. We also have a local language that is also taught to us, but all the subjects such as social science, uh, uh, civics, SST, right? Everything, maths, everything is in English here in India. So, though I won't say that people are very fluent in speaking English in India, because since India is a developing country, we have a lot of problem in our country. We, if I talk about government schools, they are not up to the par. We still have local languages that are prevalent in teaching there. Most of the government schools do not teach English. However, if I talk about private schools, we have a lot of good private schools wherein English is taught to a good extent, to a good level. And I was fortunate that my father was able to send me to a private school. So I learned English there. And after I completed my schooling, did my graduation from a very good college. So there also I used to interact with my peers, my teachers in some bit of English. Not very much, but I would say 20% of the time I would converse with them in English. When I joined IT sector as a software engineer, there I got a lot of opportunity to speak in English because most of our clients are from US or UK. So there you get to interact with a lot of folks who speak only English. So there's a necessity to only speak English, right? Also in India, what happens is that people in South India do not have the common local language. Mine is Hindi. Some folks speak Tamil, some folks speak Kannada as local language, and their second language is English. And since the uh, English is common language among me, for example, North Indian and a South Indian, that is how we also improve in English because then if you have to interact with them, you interact with a South Indian. For example, me, if me and North Indian have to interact with a South Indian in office, then we usually interact with an English. So that is also how I improved my English, right? And I would say it's all about practice. If you have people around you who speak in English, who you can converse in English, it will definitely help improve your English. Uh, though I would also say that English is taught in schools in many countries, but people are not fluent. In India, also, if you see people who go to private schools, learn English in schools, they're also not very good at speaking in English. They're not able to formulate sentences. So all in all, if you don't practice English, you won't be able to speak English fluently. So please do practice English. Make friends, peers who whom you can interact with in English, and that is how you will grow totally uh, in all aspects that are needed to be a fluent writer, speaker, and communicator in English. That's it for now, students. See you in the next video. Thank you.